Hey, this is Jim Moline with Roofer Marketers and Boost Marketing, and I speak to companies about their digital marketing efforts on a daily basis, and the most common question is, how can I do it right? They're sick of spending money on losing SEO efforts, sick of spending money, losing money on pay-per-click campaigns, sick of buying leads from HomeAdvisor and other lead providers. They just want to generate their own leads and build their business. So wouldn't this be easier to do if it was clear as to what Google wants to show your business in the search results? Why don't they tell us? Why is it so complicated? Today, we're going to take a look at Prominent Construction, a roofing contractor based in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, and how they figured out how to do what Google wants to generate a consistent lead flow for their business. For them to understand how to set up their digital marketing efforts right, they first had to figure out what Google wants. Google gives us the best insight into what they want by what they show in the search results. For a roofing contractor and other local businesses, most of the things people search for will show up in the format known as the Local SERP, or the Local Search Engine Results page. On this page, there are up to 4 ads at the top, then a map with 3 to 4 companies listed below it, and then a list of websites that Google thinks are the most relevant to that search term below that. Prominent Construction understood that their best chance for success would be to show up as often as possible to people searching in their area. Being seen by the most amount of potential customers would lead to the greatest amount of business. So, to be seen as often as possible, they needed to show up in the ads, the map, and website sections of the local search engine results page for people searching for the services that they provide within their service area. If they could have multiple spots on that search results page, they knew that they could definitely generate the leads that they need for their business. And they've done it, creating their own lead generation machine. Next, we're going to show you in detail the first part of their plan, their ad strategy, and how it is a hugely successful part of their digital marketing success, but only because they did it right. So the first section of the Google local search engine results page is the ads section. Creating effective pay-per-click campaigns is an essential part to having a winning digital marketing strategy, and Prominent understood this. But they wanted to make sure that they created a strong ad campaign that created a great return on investment, because they had heard horror stories from other roofing contractors about the amount of money that they lost running pay-per-click campaigns. The first thing they learned was about the segmentation of keywords and search terms, and how to target the ones with the highest potential return on investment. The keywords to focus on in paid ad campaigns are the ones with high commercial intent. Commercial intent is simply a phrase that means someone has the intent on purchasing a product or service. There are basically 3 types of search terms, including awareness, research and comparison, and buying. An awareness search term might be something like best color roof for a blue house. This searcher does not have a lot of commercial intent. A research and comparison search term might be something like roofing contractor, Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can see, this searcher has a commercial intent, as they are searching for a company that provides roofing services. The third are buying keywords, which would be something like Prominent Construction Reviews. Here, there is a great amount of commercial intent, as the searcher has most likely decided that they have a need for your services, but they just want a little push to make a decision to go with you versus a competitor. But there's not a lot of search volume here. Good pay-per-click campaigns are built on research and comparison search terms, as they have the greatest search volume in combination with commercial intent. Once Prominent Construction determined the keywords to target for their ads campaigns, the next step was to create great ads that searchers would want to click on. Good ad copy includes the search term that was typed in, as it creates relevance to the searcher. As you can see in this example, the searcher typed in Maple Grove Roofing. Maple Grove is a suburb of Minneapolis, so their ad copy headline is #1 Maple Grove Roofing Company. It isn't #1 St. Paul Roofing Company, which is across town. It isn't #1 Los Angeles Roofing Company, which is across the country. The searcher is looking for a location-specific result. Along with being relevant to the search term, Prominent learned that they have to quickly create trust and give the searcher a reason to click on their ad. So you can see the first line of the ad starts with A+ BBB rating, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Then a call to action. Call today for your free estimate. Then a great offer, up to $2,500 off new roofs. Below that is what are referred to as ad extensions. This one specifically is a location extension, bringing in that local relevance. It's also how prominent shows up in the first in the maps listing below. You can see the small green ad icon next to their stars, giving them 2 positions in the top of this search results page. Prominent noticed that a lot of their competitors sent their paid traffic to the home page of their website and learned that this was not the most efficient way of converting those visitors into leads for their business. A best practice is to send traffic to a landing page. A landing page is a standalone web page created specifically for the purpose of marketing or advertising campaigns. As you can see, this landing page starts with a great offer, then a call to action with a phone number as one of the first elements. It has trust icons to further show the searcher that they are the company to contact, and the headline has the searcher's keyword. In this instance, it was Twin Cities Roofing Company. So the headline reads, the #1 Twin Cities Roofing Company. In the last example of Maple Grove Roofing, the landing page would be titled the #1 rated Maple Grove Roofing Company. So Prominent learned that even if you have selected great keywords to target, written great ad copy to get searchers to click on your ad, if the landing pages weren't built to convert that click into a call or a form submission, that they would have wasted a lot of money. It is the combination of all of this that creates the best results. And there's a lot of extra work to do this right, rather than just set up a campaign and send the traffic to their homepage. But the results created from this effort is a big reason for their success with their paid ad campaigns and getting quality leads from customers looking for their services. The Maps section is the second part of the local search engine results page and is made up of Google My Business listings. Google My Business is a free tool from Google that helps business owners manage their online presence across the search engine and its growing portfolio of utilities. It offers the greatest impact for brands seeking local exposure. And that's also the challenge. There are many companies competing to show in Maps, and so for Prominent Construction, they knew that they needed to show up as often as possible. They just didn't know how. The first thing that Prominent learned was that Google My Business is essentially like the Yellow Pages of old. It's based on a location and business categories. So to become successful, they needed to have accurate information on their Google My Business listing, choose the correct categories for their business, and define their service area. Accurate information is extremely important if you move locations and have your old address or phone number on your listing. Business hours are also another thing to keep up to date, including adding hours for holiday hours and things like that. Choosing proper categories is probably the most important aspect of setting up your Google My Business listing. Remember, it's very similar to the Yellow Pages. For example, Prominent Construction, along with roofing services, provides siding and insulation and gutter services. So they needed to make sure that they chose every category that Google had in relation to the services that they provide. What if you didn't select siding contractor as a category, but you are a siding contractor? Then you wouldn't show up when people search for siding contractors in that map section. A huge missed opportunity. Remember, Prominent understood that the best path to success was to show up in as many searches for the services that they provide as possible. And this was the way to do it. Another aspect of the Google My Business listing is the ability for customers to review your business. So Prominent implemented an aggressive campaign to solicit reviews with reputation management software from their clients. Can you believe that 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as they trust a personal recommendation? This is where companies can create huge advantages in their digital marketing efforts and move above their competitors, as Prominent has done just that. Google also allows for posts in your Google My Business listing. Using posts to highlight sales, promotions, or unique selling propositions is the best practice. Don't just shove a bunch of keywords into your post. As you can see, Prominent has added an offer as a post to attract customers to contact them. The up to $2,500 off new roofs. Images are another extremely important aspect of a Google My Business listing. There's no question that images boost visibility, engagement, and click-through rates on your Google My Business listing. A study by Bright Local found that 60% of consumers agreed that local search results with images grab their attention and influence their decision making. So Prominent has added and continues to add quality images that give searchers a visual reference to their services. Prominent Construction has seen great results by optimizing their Google My Business listing, and I hope that you can see that an optimized Google My Business listing can create a great opportunity to drive calls from people looking for your services. And you can use some of the same techniques that Prominent has to improve your Google My Business listing and get more calls for your business. Prominent Construction originally paid some web developer to build them a site, but found out that not all web developers are created equal. They weren't getting the traffic that they had hoped, and it didn't seem like anyone who visited the site converted to a customer. It was more of an online brochure than a part of their sales and marketing effort. So the first thing that they had to learn was what makes a highly convertible website. SEO, or search engine optimization, is the practice of increasing the quantity and quality of traffic to your website through organic search engine results. That third section of the local search engine results page. It starts with having a great website built to convert visitors to leads for your business. A great website built for conversion starts with having proper conversion elements. A phone number and call to action in the top menu not only give the visitor the ability to find your phone number and contact you easily, but also it builds trust with the visitor as they consciously or subconsciously know that there's a real person that they can contact, which gives them a peace of mind that you're a real, reputable business. Next is to have a clear call to action front and center. The goal of a website is to convert visitors into customers, so make them an offer. Tell them what to do next, like call us now or get a free estimate. A lead magnet form field on pages can give visitors another way of contacting you if they don't want to call. They can just simply fill out the form. And 24/7 live chat to engage visitors instantly. Live chat can convert more visitors to leads and possibly be automated with chatbots. You can qualify leads by directly asking them qualification questions through this chat, which can be automated also. Give visitors the greatest amount of options to contact you. The next thing that a great website needs are findability elements. The most important of these is to have the keywords that you're targeting in the page titles and content. For example, this page is targeting roofing company in Minneapolis. Have your exact match name, address, and phone number in the footer. This is referred to as NAP. Your NAP info will be scanned by bots sent out by search engines, not just human eyes. Make it easy on the bots by displaying your NAP in the same in all locations. Exactly the same, character by character. Stylize your business name one way. Don't vary between company spelled out and CO dot. And write the street address without variation. Pick BLVD period or Boulevard spelled out and stick with it. Control your NAP on other websites too. This also relates to your Google My Business listing and how your address and phone number are entered there. Keeping these consistent helps the search engines know that you're a real company. A good XML sitemap acts as a roadmap of your website, which leads Google to all of your important pages. XML sitemaps can be good for SEO as they allow Google to quickly find your essential website pages. Local schema is another essential part of findability elements for your website. Schema is a special code that you can add to your website to help search engines better understand your business. Schema can include vital information like your business's name, address, and phone number, or hours, as well as highly specific particulars like the products or services that you offer, or category information. For example, roofing contractor instead of just general contractor. It can even deliver call to actions from your business that show up in the search results to encourage searchers to visit your site versus a competitor's. The next items are engagement elements. These include easy to find navigation so that users can find what they're looking for quickly and easily, trust icons and social proof to position your company as a reliable company, a clear USP or unique selling proposition and testimonials. These are on this page, they're automatically pulled from Prominent's Google My Business listing. Remember, 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as they trust personal recommendations. So you also need a clear map to show locality. All of this is done to show your visitors of your website that your company is the one to contact. There are more and more people searching on mobile versus on their computer every year, so having your site optimized for mobile is essential. First, you need a mobile responsive design for your site so that when someone views it on a mobile device, it shows them the mobile version. Again, having your phone number near the top of the page is the best practice on mobile also. But with a mobile site, you can enable a click-to-call option so the visitor doesn't have to type in your phone number. They just click it and it dials your company. You want to make sure that they don't have to scroll down to see your call to action. So make sure it's visible when the visitor lands on your mobile site. Anytime visitors have to scroll, we're decreasing the chances that they see that information. Also, page load speed is extra important on mobile. If your site takes longer than 3 seconds to load, studies have shown that this increases the bounce rate dramatically and will result in fewer visitors and fewer leads for your business. The last elements to a great website are the targeting elements. These are the elements that help you track your traffic by using Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics. You want to make sure that every part of your marketing efforts can be measured to determine your return on investment. And this is how you do that with your website traffic. The other targeting elements to set up are a Facebook pixel and the Google remarketing tag, which enable the ability to remarket or retarget your site visitors. We'll be discussing more about this in the next section, but having the proper code on your website is essential. So after Prominent had a great website built for them to replace their first failure, they have seen a huge increase in online traffic and website leads, and their brand is front and center in their area more than ever before. Prominent started getting more traffic to their website through their SEO efforts and through their pay-per-click campaigns, and they wondered how they could maximize the conversions on that traffic. They learned that this can be done through retargeting. Retargeting or remarketing is one of the most underutilized and most effective forms of digital marketing. As you can imagine, not everyone who visits your website or clicks on your ad turns into a customer. But if they visit your site or click on your ad, they have essentially expressed some interest in your services. The way remarketing works is that an internet user visits your website through an organic search or pay-per-click marketing or directly. Then they leave your site. Later, as they browse the internet, your ad will display on other sites that they visit. Your ad captures their attention, then the internet user converts into a loyal customer. To get the most out of your remarketing efforts, you want to segment audiences to create ads based on which pages they visited on your website. This way you can really put the best offer for that particular visitor in front of them to have the best chance for converting them into a customer. Make sure that you have a conversion pixel installed to stop advertising to people who have already converted. You don't want to keep paying for ads that go out to people who have already become your customer. You want to limit the frequency you show your ads to avoid annoying your potential customers. You will want to keep your ads fresh and exciting to encourage clicks. Keep rotating special offers that are unique to get the best results. And make sure that as with any pay-per-click advertising, you send all ad traffic to dedicated landing pages, not just the home page of your website. Prominent understands that any lead that comes in is important to their bottom line. Because leads are such a critical part of their success, they use every opportunity to engage the people who have expressed some interest in their services. By retargeting these visitors, Prominent improved the conversion rate of visitors to their site, resulting in more sales and an increased return on investment. As we've gone over, Prominent Construction was sick of spending money on losing SEO efforts, sick of spending money on pay-per-click campaigns, sick of buying leads from HomeAdvisor and other lead providers. They just wanted to generate their own leads and build their business. For them to understand how to set up their digital marketing efforts right, they first had to figure out what Google wanted. Google gives us the best insight into what they want by what they show in the search results. For a roofing contractor and other local businesses, most of the listings people search for will show up in a format known as the Local SERP, or Search Engine Results page. On this page, there are up to 4 ads at the top, then a map with 3 to 4 companies listed below it, and then a list of websites that Google thinks are the most relevant to that specific search term. Prominent Construction understood that their best chance for success would be to show up as often as possible to people searching for services that they provide in their service area. Being seen by the most amount of potential customers would lead to the greatest amount of business. The first thing that they learned was about segmentation of keywords and search terms and how to target the ones that had the highest potential return on investment. The keywords to focus on in paid campaigns are the ones with the highest commercial intent. Commercial intent is simply a phrase that means someone has the intent on purchasing a product or service. There are basically 3 types of search terms, including awareness, research and comparison, and buying, if you remember. Once Prominent Construction determined the keywords to target for their ad campaigns, the next step was to create great ads that the searchers would want to click on. And then send this traffic to landing pages built specifically for that search term that had a great call to action, a great offer, and that showed the searcher trust factors which increased their chance of converting. By doing this, they not only generated more leads, they did it for a lower cost because their quality scores are kept high, in turn decreasing the cost per lead. For example, if the cost per click for Roofing Companies Minneapolis is $25 a click, and Prominent has a quality score of 8 on that specific search term, then their cost per click is discounted by 37.5% to $15.63 a click. If they have a quality score of 10, their cost per click becomes $12.50 per click. And this is how they win big against their competitors who are bidding on the same keywords. The next thing that Prominent worked on was their Google My Business listing, the listing that shows up in the maps if done right. So they made sure that they had accurate information, they chose the correct categories for their business, and they defined their service area. They also implemented an aggressive campaign to solicit reviews with a reputation management software to increase their trust online. They added posts to highlight sales and promotions and good images. Prominent Construction has seen great results by optimizing their Google My Business listing. In the last 30 days, they have shown up in nearly 8,500 searches. Along with being in the Maps listing for many search queries, Prominent has also increased their organic traffic. This was done first by building a new high-converting website. It has the right conversion elements, findability elements, engagement elements, mobile elements, and targeting elements to turn web traffic into leads for their business. And now they're ranking for many of the most competitive keyword phrases for their services in their area. The fourth part of the strategy that Prominent implemented was a good retargeting campaign. They segmented audiences to create ads based on which pages the user visited on their site. They stopped advertising to people who have already converted. They limited the frequency to show ads to avoid annoying potential customers. They're keeping their ads fresh and exciting to encourage clicks. They're rotating special offers and are unique. They're sending all ad traffic to dedicated landing pages, not just their homepage. And by retargeting to these visitors, just in the last 30 days, they have over 2,000 clicks on their ads that they wouldn't have had if they were only running the traditional pay-per-click ads, and at an average cost of 62 cents per click versus the $25 or more per click that pay-per-click with Google AdWords can cost. And all of this effort for what? 174 contacts in the last 30 days. 156 being incoming phone calls and 18 form submissions. Their average cost per qualified lead was just above $60. Home Advisor charges $100 or more for a roof replacement lead in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And these are leads who have been getting sold on Prominent through the whole process, from the search to the site visit to the inquiry. So the close ratio can be as high as double as the leads that they have, because the leads have already researched you. They've seen your reviews and trust factors, and they see Prominent as a highly reputable company in their area. Of course, not all inquiries turn into new customers, but many do. And because Prominent Construction took the time and effort of implementing a great digital marketing strategy and doing it right, they are reaping the rewards. The question to ask yourself is, how can I implement this for my company?